Hey, good morning, everybody. John here at Epic Maker Studio and FNP Wargamers. So, some exciting news just dropped today, and kudos to Matrix, a recalibration Matrix, for getting getting the scoop this morning. I got my subscriptions notified after that, and kudos to them. But let's talk about upcoming Marvel Crisis Protocol. So we did a video the other day talking about our predictions. We know that Colossus and Juggernaut are coming, and of course Dormammu. And I put out there, I'm assuming that America Chavez is going to be popping up mainly because of her popularity. She's kind of one of those rising stars. She's already shown up in the cartoons. She's going to be showing up in the Marvel or the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness or whatever the name of that movie is. It's pretty predictable that she's going to be showing up. And she's not a big woke character or identity politics things, but she is a LGBT icon for Marvel. So, of course, getting a woman of color, of LGBT in there, plus her power set, her powers, everything about her is really freaking cool. And I understand some people don't like the whole Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. I get that, but America Chavez is just a really cool character. Way more than I think Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is just kind of a fun, like if I was a kid, that's how I would be acting if I got powers. Um, that's wish, that kind of like a fandom character. If you were a fan of Marvel comics or Marvel superheroes and such, and you had that opportunity, you got the powers. It's like, what would I do? This is what I would do. That's my connection with. I think that's why I like Miss Marvel. But America Chavez is just, boom. She's just there, and she's here to stay. She's a good character. Anyways, so I expected she would pop up. Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts, I think are somewhere on the distant horizon. But America Chavez, I'm thinking we might see her quarter 4, to be honest, or maybe quarter 1 next year. Mainly, like I said, because she's already been in the Disney Marvel, I think it's the Rising Stars cartoons, and she's also, like I said, popped up in a lot, or she's popping up in that movie, and of course her own comic book. So I expect she'll be popping up, but what I did not expect is this host of characters. So first, let's take a look at Dormammu, so I can stop rattling on. We know that this box is going to be $80 ish. I think it's $79.95, so $80, and this box is stacked. First off, Dormammu looks like he is going to be about 2, maybe probably closer to 3 times. Maybe let's go with 2.5 times the height of the standard Marvel Crisis Protocol character. He looks massive. And you can see he's got he's got all these little doodads, these set pieces, though they don't look like the best paint jobs. I'm a little curious about that. But you can see those spheres and the tendrils and stuff. If you've watched the Doctor Strange movie, you know what that's in relation to. That's right out of that. Dormammu, I believe, is Lord of the Dark Dimension. I think that's the name of it. Let's see if did I happen to save that information? I don't know. Yeah, the Dark Dimension. That's where he's from. So he's just a powerful, godlike entity that has been a big thorn in the side of Doctor Strange and other mystic characters and whatnot since his appearance. So we know that box is coming out. You got 3 great terrain pieces, the swirling things around. So even if you don't plan on using these pieces, which I imagine they're mainly for the ultimate encounter, and if you're just going to be using them in a regular game, you just need him, not all the other knickknacks and everything. Then you have that big Nexus portal behind him, and then his little set piece that he sets in. You can tell that what he's standing on, kind of like how Thanos, his base would set in where his throne is. It's going to be the same thing. So well worth it no matter what, because you get some terrain pieces that look really cool. I'm sure you can make some great looking scenarios and terrain kind of table setups with that stuff. Really awesome, really awesome. I'm happy with the way he looks. But let's move on, because we've got a host of other characters that we've got to cover. So this is Doctor Strange. a new Doctor Strange is coming, and he's going to be partnered alongside with the Ancient One. No, with Clea, his girlfriend, wife, waifu that's popped up in the comics from time to time. And she is, from my understanding, going to be in the new the Doctor Strange 2 movie coming out. We're just going to call it Doctor Strange 2. You're noticing that his costume is definitely different. And if memory serves, this is when he had lost his powers, and he was no longer Sorcerer Supreme. So he was in the multiverse. He teamed up with a bunch of people, and they went into the multiverse to find artifacts and magic items and everything like that to get his powers back, or at least get him powers. And because I mean he had nothing, and that I think that's where all that I think that's what that costume is centered around. So, is he going to be more powerful than his current incarnation in the game? No idea. I think he'll probably be around the same power level or threat level, point level, whatever you want to call it. I just don't think he's going to be more. I think he's going to be either equal to or maybe slightly less, because he was a little depowered. I think I could see him staying the same, and then they just give him a different power set. I think that's what we might see. So who is Sorcerer Supreme? We'll get to that shortly enough. But I really like this model. I like what they're doing with that 3D base. I think that looks just, man, that really just, the aesthetic of that, the way it just draws you in, just brilliant. Good job, Atomic Mass Games. And then we got this character coming up. I got a better image, I think, a little later. This is the Hood. I believe his name was Parker Robinson, or Rob Parker. Let's go with Parker Robinson. I'm pretty sure, because it was like a weird, Parker Robinson. So he was just a normal dude. Excellent marksman, criminal, all that kind of thing. Not a lot of weird superpowers, but he did get some mystic training. His boots that he got, I think he got this from Dormammu, by the way. His boots let him, because he made a deal with Dormammu, I think his boots let him like run on the air, or he could fly. Maybe it was fly, and his cape let him become invisible. And then Dormammu gave him a bit of a power boost, and he had a darker side. We'll get to that in a little bit. Interesting. I did not see this one coming. I'm going to be totally honest. I thought he's a cool character. He popped up, I think, during the Dark Reign time frame, maybe a little bit before, when I think it was Battle World, when I think that was when Doctor Doom was God Doom or whatever, or Doom Emperor or whatever. So I think he's been around since the early 2000s. Or later, I'm sorry, early 2000s, however you want to word that. Still, I didn't expect the character. I like the way that they've got him posed here. It looks like he's coming in and out of, should be invisibility, but it looks like he's kind of stepping out of a portal. So it's a little weird, but I'm not going to argue, because we're getting a cool villain. Now here's his demonic side. I don't remember what triggers it, but I know this puts him like on par with Wolverine. I don't know about like regeneration levels like that, but I think close combat wise, strength, speed, stamina, that sort of thing, he is a true beast, and kind of living up to his appearance there. I know that that transformation, it's post his deal with Dormammu, if I remember correctly. So, never make a deal with the devil, so to speak. I really like the way this model and the previous, his regular version, look. I like that street level look. Yes, he has that cloak and cape thing going on there, but I like the sneakers, the jeans, the vest, all that kind of stuff. I like that over the superhero costumes on a lot of characters. I think more of a realistic type of look. The spandex thing just gets a little, I don't know, a little weary. But anyways, so what are we going to get with this dual kit? I don't know. Well, obviously, probably one where it's in his injured side and his healthy side. I don't think we're going to get two separate character cards. I think we're going to get his, let me go back one picture. This is his healthy side, where he gets to do his magic and his pew pew with his magic guns. And then on his injured side, he probably gets stronger, probably some better defenses and some more health, and goes total opposite. And he's more like a versus pew pew. I think that's what we're going to probably see with that model. We also have the ancient one coming, and it looks like they made it androgynous looking, but it looks like the newer ancient one, which is okay. I mean, a lot of people are comic book wise, even the MCU wise, they got a little upset that they were like, well, ancient one is supposed to be an old Fu Manchu bearded Tibetan guy. Yeah, and I understand. I'm not going to get into the politics of China and Tibetan and all that kind of jazz. I'm just happy that they put the model in there. And is it the female version? I don't know. It's very hard to tell. It looks like there's a pronounced chest there, but we'd have to see it from the side. So we can just assume that it's the one from the movie. But keep in mind that the Marvel Crisis Protocol universe is separate from the MCU and separate from the main storyline Marvel comics. Totally separate. So you can have this way they don't mess with the continuities of either, and they can pull from the continuities of any Marvel Comics multiverse area. So really cool. I always like the little energy kind of pooling up around at the feet. Kind of cool. Not the most dynamic model, but it'll be a nice addition to the roster. So here's the ones that I'm really surprised at. So first up, we have Cleo. She's on the left. I believe she is, or Clea. She's going to be showing up in I believe she is showing up in the Doctor Strange 2 movie. She is a part-time lover, wife, girlfriend, waifu of Doctor Strange throughout many, many decades of the comics. She is the daughter, or she's one of the original inhabitants of the Dark Dimension. Now, I don't know how this is going to play with the Doctor Strange movie. If she is in a Doctor Strange movie, actually, we're going to take a look at that here shortly, just to verify. I don't know how that's going to play because it didn't look like there's a lot of inhabitants in the Dark Dimension anymore after Dormammu got his thing going on. So, mind you, the Dormammu in the movie versus the comics, two different things. The realms are two different in appearance and structure and whatnot. So, totally different. Who knows what the movie's going to be like? So, we have to operate under the comic book explanation. So I didn't expect her. I mean, she's kind of a B, C list character, not like D-Man, or the Porcupine or anything like that. But she's definitely kind of a surprise. She comes and is going to come in one of the boxes, so we'll have to deal with it. Not super excited, but okay. Anyways, next to her though is Dr. Voodoo, which is normally Brother Voodoo. Jericho Drum or Drum, I think it's Drum. White magician, or using white magic, the good side of voodoo. He's got a whole host of powers. Let me see. I did a copy and paste of his powers. And I'm not going to go through them all, but I mean, everything from animal manipulation, astral projection, elemental control, flight, intangibility, necromancy, scrying, variety of soul magic, just a whole list of host of magical abilities. Now, what's interesting is that this is him as the Sorcerer Supreme. He was Sorcerer Supreme for a while. I think this is about the same time that Doctor Strange lost his powers. He became Sorcerer Supreme, and it does look like he has the Eye of Agamotto on his chest there. So that's cool. I think I would have liked to see him in one of his Brother Voodoo costumes, but his Dr. Voodoo costume as the Sorcerer Supreme is pretty baller. And this, I think, is really cool because this puts him as an equal to Doctor Strange. I mean, his power level, the only thing that really separated them is really kind of like the Eye of Agamotto and some of their magic abilities, but power level wise, they're the same. and I like seeing him as an equal as opposed to just a partner, like kind of like Wong. So cool. I like that. He's the one I expected we would see at some point, and I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I really like Brother Voodoo, and I like the fact that they put him as Doctor Strange or Doctor Voodoo. So moving on, I'm not going to go with the Red Hood. So just a couple more images. Now here is the one that was definitely expected, just not in this form. So this is Mordo. If you're not familiar with the Mordo, normally he's like this Slavic white dude with like evil goatee, beard, and hair. Evil sorcerer, the whole works. And they actually went with the MCU version, kind of like what they did with the Ancient One, which totally happy with. And I can't think of the actor's name, but I like him. I liked him in Old Guard when he was the CIA operative tracking down the Immortals. I liked him in Serenity as that operative, and a variety of other movies. He obviously has a huge history, but those are some of the most memorable movies, plus the Doctor Strange movie. I really wish I could think of that actor's name, and it's we're going to look that up actually when we look up the Doctor Strange movie. Anyway, so I think it's really cool. I like the dynamic posing that he's got going on. That his character, I mean, it gives him in a nice dynamic pose because this version of him is a lot more physical versus the previous the previous I think he was Baron Mordo for a while, but now he's just Mordo. Anyways, he was more, the original Mordo was a little bit more magic-y and throwing out powers and all that kind of stuff, where this one appears to be a little bit more a combination of the two, more physical and such. So the other thing I like about this is, I was concerned about, but I'm looking at the construction of his base. Sometimes, and it's still a little wonky, but sometimes those kind of like smoky, wispy strands, so far, like say, I'm looking at Eugene Gray and Wanda or Scarlet Witch, not the most stable platform to have the models on, but right now this looks fairly stable. It looks, the smoke or the magic, whatever that is, looks fairly fairly solid there. I'm trying to find Doctor Strange on IMBD here so we can find out. We do know that America Chavez is on there being played by a person, I can't pronounce her first name, so I'm not even going to try. But I don't think I'm trying to find out who that actor is, because now I've got to know, and I know you want to know who that actor is. Oh, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce Shea Waddle. I'm done. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that because I'm already butchering it. God dang it, which is such a shame because I like that actor, but he is in it, so cool. He is in it. We still don't know about Clea or Dr. Voodoo, because right now they're being very limited on who's in that movie. But that's okay. Anyways, so I'm going to stop being distracted. Let's move on here. I think we don't have too much more to go. There we go. Let's take a look at these sets. They are going to be dropping Q3, so that is that's what, July, August, September. I think that's July, August, September. So probably closer to October. I think the movie comes out this year. I don't know. Anyway, so Mordo and Ancient One together, cool. Bad guy and good guy. Clea and Doctor Strange, two good guys. I like the Sanctum Sanctorum as a set. Looks like there's a couple of little like stop signs and stuff that's going to come alongside it. Probably about $80, like the New York apartment building. I think it's going to be worth the purchase. When I have the capital, definitely. Dormammu, that's easily a well done $80 box, easily. And the one that surprises me is this Dr. Voodoo in the hood. All three of those models in one box. So this is probably going to be a little bit more expensive. I think the average box is $39.95. I think we're going to be looking at probably $54, maybe $59.95. I think maybe up to $60 for that box, just because they're including an additional model. I think $49.99, or around maybe 55. I don't know. You guys let me know. Anyways, so we're gonna, oh goodness, keep track of this, and I'm going to sit down with a couple other players, look at like Doctor Strange, probably Jean Grey, and Cassandra Nova, mainly because of the power types and the power levels, and maybe we can start speculating on all this. Now, Doctor Strange is going to be the biggest one to try to figure out, because is he more powerful? Is he less powerful? Actually, they're all going to be very curious on how these are going to work out, to be perfectly honest. We're going to do a lot of speculating in the near future. Anyways, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about our assessment of these. Maybe I missed a fact about the Hood or Clea, Mordo, or Dr. Voodoo. What do you guys think about America Chavez popping up? Let me know what you guys think. Put those down in the comments below. If you're here on FNP Wargamers, jump over, follow the link down below to Havoc Maker Studio. Hit the subscribe button. If you're on Havoc Maker Studio, jump over there and hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing a double giveaway for Havoc Maker Studio this week. So if you have not unlocked or unhidden, unhide, whatever the terminology is, your screen name or your identity on YouTube, I can't see your name. There's about 50 people out of the 100 plus people that we have as subscribers, so I can't do a full giveaway. But I need to. I've been putting it off for 3 weeks, so this is your last chance. This Friday we're doing the double giveaway. We might do a live stream here on YouTube, but it's probably going to be on Twitch. And if you're over on FNP Wargamers, I think we're about 30 people away from doing our first giveaway for FNP Wargamers. So share this out, get people to subscribe. That means everybody gets a chance to not only get a possible giveaway this coming Friday, but they're also eligible for future giveaways. All right, you guys have yourself a wonderful Tuesday. I'll chat with you later.